As we mark Holocaust Memorial Day, I've been looking at a text, The 6 Days of Destruction, Meditations Towards Hope by Elie Wiesel and Albert Friedlander. It was part of a reappraisal of liturgy amongst the American Reform movement in the 1980s and picks up on the idea that Holocaust memorials require their own sacred text, a Megillah, just as we read the Book of Ruth on Shavuot and Ecclesiastes on Sukkot. The authors describe that they are trying to fashion a chronicle for every home and place of worship, so remembrance may awaken. The book has 2 parts. The 6 Days of Creation feature narratives of victims of the Holocaust, intertwined with timeless themes, in tension with the days of creation. It is followed by a series of liturgies, directed at different audiences. To a Christian in search of prayers, to a reader rejecting prayer, and to the Jewish community. There are original compositions, poetry and song, all contextualized by Theodor Adorno's famous statement that there can be no poetry after Auschwitz. This particular copy of the book belonged to beloved rabbi and teacher here at LBC, Rabbi Sheila Shulman. You can see through her post-it notes her work using this liturgy as the basis for her own, the names of people who would read out poetry and insertions of different texts so that it would be meaningful for her audience. There is a bookmark placed at the Hymn of the Vilna Partisans, a famous work by Hirsch Glick. And it so happens that I have stood in Vilna and listened to a partisan sing this song. So never say you now go on your last way, though darkened skies may now conceal the blue of day. Because the hour for which we've hungered is so near, beneath our feet the earth shall thunder, we are here. This slim volume is about hope and memory and all the complexity they carry. The questions that they ask of us today are expressed quite finely by the quote from Bertolt Brecht scribbled on the bookmark left in this library book. What an age it is when to speak of trees is almost a crime, for it is a kind of silence about injustice, that he who calmly walks across the street, is he not out of reach of his friends in trouble? This book, about a difficult and emotive subject, was written by one of the deans of the college, Rabbi Albert Friedlander. It was read and used by Rabbi Sheila Shulman, a student and teacher here and a rabbi in our communities. It forms part of our Holocaust and prayer book collections that support our student rabbis and alumni leading congregations today. It is a great privilege to be able to share with you an example of what makes our library so special.